Hello everybody. This is Elissa from Mint Arts and Crafts, and today we are here to open up my mystery box number 1 and see what we get in this box. So mystery box number 1 was 2 never before seen kits and a additional kit that was one that you may have already seen before. So we're going to go ahead and take a look at these and see what we've got. There should be 3 kits in this box. It's a heavy box. For sure, which makes me think that it's going to have squares in it. I am really hoping to see the Yuumei. Oh, fingers crossed for the Yuumei. But we're going to take a look and see. So first up, we have a massive square. So this is The Secret Place by Kim Norlin. That's what this first one is. It is a 104.8 by 69.9 centimeter square drill canvas. I'm intrigued to kind of open it up and see what it looks like. But that is the first one in our box. And now we're going to pull out the second one in our box and see. Okay, so I got the Mystery Kit Fantasy from Cheryl Baker. So I did not get the Yuumei, but that's okay because I have a friend who will de-stash me her Yuumei if I did not get it. So I'm kind of intrigued to see these and see what they look like. And then let's pull out what our third kit is. So this kit is a round. Oh, that is cute. Okay. So this is Koala and Cub by Adrian Chesterman. It is a 50.7 by 70.6. The Cheryl Baker's a 70.7 by 88.9. So we're going to take a look at these and see what they actually look like close up. This one it's kind of adorable. I do really like this kind of reminds me of that red panda one that came out for Black Friday. That's absolutely stunning. So this is a very cute canvas. I like the fact that it's a round and it's like the perfect size. So we're going to take a look at these canvases. We'll start with this one, and then we're going to go into these 2 new ones. So that way we can kind of see what we got. And then we'll go over like what the other kits are. There's still one kit. Oh wait, no, we have seen all of the kits for this box. So we're going to break into it and see. So let us take a looky look and see what's in this box, or see what's in this kit. Mochi's hilarious. I just put the box that they came in on the floor, and I currently have a Mochi inside that box because Mochi. That's what she does. So Adrian Chesterman, I don't know that I have any kits from this artist. It's not an artist I'm super familiar with, but we're going to take a look at it. Oh, let me slide my chair to be my table closer. So we're not going to go over the toolkit because we've all seen a toolkit. You've got your tray. You've got your baggies, you got your pen, you've got putty and a wax type, like a putty-ish wax and a wax, and you've got the multi-placers in there. So that's going to be our toolkit, which I'm not going over. So here we have our box. I do love this size point. A 50 by 70 is such a dream of a size point to have. So no surprise, this is another bronze. I feel like I do not get anything but bronzes lately. So Koala and Cub, Adrian Chesterman. There is our original art right there. It's very pretty. 53 colors, round drills. And as you look at them, it looks like it only has, okay, this is a kind of like that slightly older style. So I was like, there's only one special drill. No, we have 3 ABs and then 1 fairy dust in this canvas. So we're going to take a look at it and check that part out. And see. I'm like, what am I standing on? Oh, I'm standing on a bunch of random drills that have been picked up on the bottom of my slippers because, you know, I spill things all over the floor. And my Roomba doesn't clean in here, so I have to sweep my floor. Okay, so those are some really pretty blues and greens. I do have to say those blues and greens are very pretty on the canvas. All right, look at the colors in this kit. Those are beautiful colors. This is like one of my all-time favorite colors. It's 907. 906, 907. So we have a pinkish tan AB right in there. And then we have a yellow AB right there that you can kind of see a little sneak peek of. There's our yellow AB. Let me shake it down and see if that helps. Yes, so if I shook it and kept it there, we get a couple yellow drills. There's our yellow AB. We have this peachish brown AB. And then we're going to have our last AB is 141, which is, you know, the white 5200 right there. And then our dust drill is, oh, that's that pale green we're seeing right there. That pale green is the dust drill. So let's go ahead and take a look at this canvas. I'll turn off the overhead so we don't have that annoying glare on here. So this size point is just so much fun. So this is actually, it looks like you have a little bit of like confetti-esque stuff in some of the details right here, but it's going to be a lot more of like Not super confetti heavy. I love the kits that run around like that 50 in just right around 50 colors. I feel like that's a perfect point. I'm not looking forward to working on the kits that are like 100 colors. That's just not my idea of happy day. Because with these, I can fit all of the drills in one tray. If you have 100 colors, that doesn't fit in one tray. Comes close. So this is going to be our Koala and Cub by Adrian Chesterman, 50.7 by 70.6. So we are going to see, so our first drill special that we have is 112, and that one is going to be like that tannish tone. Let me see where that one's found. So we have some of it, it's in this light color we're seeing right in here, around in the ears. So it's going to be like the peachy tan, and it's going to be part of the highlight or accents in the body, in like the face of our koala. Same thing, it's this color right here. We also see it right down through there, right in here. So there's a nice little variety of it in both our baby cub and our mama. That's our first one. Our second one is 135, which is that yellow green. That's going to be these bright yellowish green points. Ooh, as I'm sliding that right here in the green. And then there's a little bit of it over in here on that one, on the eucalyptus. And then I don't think I'm seeing any of it up into here. No, so it's really just going to be like this little accent here and the little bit of it up over here. That's the only places I'm seeing that one. Our 141, which is going to be the white, that's going to be these bright white spots that we see down here. That's the bright white. We also are going to have that right here. Some of those highlights, some of the really bright highlights on our actual koala. Same thing right through there, right there. And then we have it right into this area here, highlight all the white parts that we see up into the eucalyptus. So that is where those are. And then our last one is our Z369, which is kind of that like nice, beautiful, soft, tealish, aqua minty green. And that's going to be this right here. It's going to be a line there. It's going to be that portion. We also see it down in this bottom portion right here, right over there. And then it's also kind of scattered into the upper portions. We have it right there. We have a line there, right down through here, right in here, and then a couple lines of it right there. So that's where our specials are in this one. So this one's got like a really fun color palette. I love the greens in here. I feel like the greens very well balance the browns in this canvas. And of course you have the beautiful blues of the sky as well. So I think that's excellent having like the variety of color that you have in this kit. I think that's going to turn out really nice for this one here. But that is our Koala and Cub. So I'm going to go ahead and put this one away, and we're going to take a look at our next one, which is going to be, let's take a look at our mystery kit first. We will do that, the mystery kit, and then go from there. So let's take care of this one. All right, we're going to put that one away. And let's see. So this is always one of those things. It's like, if there's something that I want in the mystery box, then, you know, it's one of those things where it's easy enough to then trade for, like, I've traded some of them. And if it was something that I'm like, yeah, I don't really want anything else, then it's easy enough to go ahead and I found it easy enough to basically de-stash and sell those additional kits. I do have to say that it's usually when you have like the extra canvas like this, that a lot of times tends to be a little bit harder to get rid of, because it's kind of one of those canvases that Diamond Art Club is putting in the boxes because they haven't been able to sell it regularly and to sell out of it regularly. So they're trying to move some of that stock that's just been sitting for this one here. I do like this one. I think it's cute. It's not something that I would have actually bought like on a release time or anything like that, but it's cute. So I may put this in, I'm probably going to put it in my hoard, and if I sell it at some point, I might sell it, but if not, I will do it eventually because it's cute. So that is our Koala and Cub. Now we're going to go into, we'll do the mystery last. So we're going to do the Kim Norleen, which is the secret place. We're going to take a look and see. All right. So, I don't know why I have that like little riff going through my head. I'm like, come on, give me a chance. Let's open you up. So this one, it's a large one. It's 104.8 by 69.9. It's a beautiful image. I think this is the one that one of Diamond Art Club's recent releases by the same artist. Maybe if it was Black Friday, I don't remember. But it's basically, it's like a partner piece to that one where it's like they're made where they could be like on each side of like a, oh gosh, like each side of a thing. So we're going to take a look at this one and see. Ooh, look at that. We got a silver card in this one. Always in the ones that I'm not going to keep, we get the extra cards. What, baby cat? I hear you. I hear you noising, but that is our silver card. And then look at this image. So that is beautiful. So there's our image. And then it has 59 colors. That's really not bad. It is, like I said, it's square drills. Look at the colors on here. We have 1 AB and 3 fairy dust drills in this one. So we're going to take a look and see what we've got. All right. Move this out of the way. And then we are going to open up our kit and see what it looks like. And then we can go for the Cheryl Baker mystery canvas and go from there. So the drills on these big squares are always like such a big drill pack. Okay, so that goes this way. I do like the fact that it's not super high color count. So it's like we've got these areas of color blocking in the image. We're gonna open it to see the drills, and then we will go through like we normally do, see what we can see. This one is definitely a lot of like dark greens. Look at the very pretty colors. We've got some dark greens. We've got some blacks or 938. I'd have to look and see if it does have 310. So we got some 310. We've got some darker tones, some dark blues, dark greens. Ooh, that's a really pretty dust drill. That like teal drill right there is a really pretty dust. But there's 3 dusts in here. Oh, that's a beautiful AB, that green AB. I want to say it's going to be up in the trees. That's going to be pretty. And then our other 2 dust, it's a purple and a brown, should be our other 2 dust drills. So I'm just, oh yes, that purple right there is an additional dust, that one that we're seeing. And then our brown, kind of a tannish brown, I'm not seeing which one of those has the dust on it. So it's going to be one that's hiding in here. It's hard when there's this many drills. It's definitely hard. All right, so we're going to take a look at this canvas. It does not fit very well on my desk because it's so big. So we're going to take the overhead off. But look at this. So this is going to be, it's a very like scenic garden scene. I think my personal favorite part of it is this big willow tree. I love willow trees. Our special drills on this, we're going to have Z553, which is going to be right over here, kind of the brightest point of the purples right there. That is our purple AB. And it's also down in the bottom portion, if I could get to the bottom portion of this canvas. It's also down as the brightest highlight points that you see on those flowers down on the bottom. Our AB that I skipped right over, 470, is going to be the anchor symbol. So yeah, that one is going to be all up into this upper portion. We're going to have a lot of that as like the accent over in here. We have some of it accenting all of these brighter areas all throughout the tree here. We have some of it in the grass, that brighter color lining the grass there. And then we have a lot of it in the willow as like the streaks in the willow. So the willow is going to be a lot of line blocking because that's just, you know, you can expect that from the willow. And then more of the anchors over in here and right there. So that's going to be our AB. And then our second dust is Z783. That is going to be the brown tone, which I want to say is probably only really going to be in the potentially up into the stems or the branches or trunks or something like that, because there's not a lot of that color, I don't think. Yeah, there's like 2 drills here. Yeah, there's 2 drills right here. There's 2 drills right there, 2 there, and 1 there. That's the only thing I've seen of it so far. And then the rest of that light brown dust drill is actually right in here, kind of like the highlight of this yellow brown that we're seeing right there. So not a lot of that color. There is some definite good potential to really bling up the flowers on this kit. And then we have Z3816, which is going to be that lovely teal aqua color, which is going to be, I want to say that one will end up being down into this bottom portion. Yes, it's in this bottom portion as we look. All right, let me move my water before I go knocking it over and do that and end up with at least it didn't spill. But I totally was like, let me move this so I don't knock it over, and then I dropped it. So our last dust drill is going to be scattered in here. It's scattered in next to all of these bright points. It's not the brightest color. It's right next to the brightest color in there. Same thing. It's all kind of down through here, all of these flowers here, and then a good amount of it right here as well. But that is the secret place, and that is Kim and Orlean for this one here. So that's a beautiful, beautiful image. So we're going to go ahead and take this one and put it away with its massive bag of drills. And we are going to take a look at, next up, the final one, is going to be the Cheryl Baker Mystery. And then we'll kind of go over what the other images are that have been released. There's 4 mystery kits, and then the, I was really hopeful. It took so long for my box to ship. I was really hoping that I was going to get the Yuumei in it. But that just means that I will get the Yuumei from my friend, who is destashing her to me if I didn't get it in my box. So, let's go ahead and see. So that makes me, because that was like nice to know that I had like that, I had it like I would be able to get my Yuumei and I wasn't going to miss out on my Yuumei. So, because, you know, you guys know me, I have all the Yuumeis and I can't not have the Yuumei that's in this box. It's such a beautiful Yuumei too. All right, we're going to put the toolkit. I hate putting the toolkits back in these boxes because it just squishes them so much. I also just hate getting toolkits because I don't use any of the components of these toolkits, so they just end up taking up space. So we're going to go ahead and close that one down and take a look at our Cheryl Baker Mystery. So I actually do not own a single Cheryl Baker. She's got some really detailed, intricate artworks and really intricate pieces, but none of them have ever been something that's been something where I'm like, okay, I have to have this. It's all been stuff that's been, you know, like, not too bad. All right, I cannot seem to, there we go. So let's open this and see. All right, so this will be a mystery. So if you don't want to see the canvas or the drills, then this is where you would kind of like look away while I do this unboxing, because I am going to show the canvas. So our toolkit, here is our canvas, here is our card, and in this card it is a bronze. This one is a 70.7 by 88.9, so not super massive as far as like lengthwise. Mystery kit, and that one is Fantasy from Cheryl Baker. It's going to have a lot of brown tones, I would want to, which I think most of her kits really do. But there's our symbols, and this one does have 3 ABs and 4 fairy dust. That's pretty impressive. We're not going to look up the drills in this one to see where they are on the canvas because that's like impossible to do. It's like my eyes don't like looking at just straight white in symbols and whatnot. So that's not something we're going to be looking at for this one, is where the drills are on it, like I do with all my other ones. We're going to just say, okay, these are the drills. This is what the drill pack looks like. So we're going to go ahead and open this. That's the bottom. And let us see what it looks like. So it's still, okay, it is a little bit bigger than I was, you know, feeling it was. All right, so this is what the image looks like for the top half. You can kind of see something right here and then right over in here as well. And then there's like up over top it. And then as we come down, I'm trying not to like give too much detail on what it is in case somebody is like watching, but they looked away and are now listening. So I try not to spoil it by talking about what the contents are. And then we've got this right here. So you can kind of get a rough idea of what the image is going to be and match it up if you're somebody like me who has to know what the images are. But that is going to be the canvas for our mystery kit. And now we're going to take a look at the drills. So with the drills, there's so actually a little bit more colorful than I was expecting. I was totally expecting this to be a bunch of drab browns, but that's actually a little bit more colorful and bright than I was expecting for a Cheryl Baker. So special drill wise, we know we have a fair number. So here's one of our ABs right there. That one right there, that's another one right there that we're seeing the little tip of. And then our third AB, oh, there's one of our dust drills right here. That beautiful one right there. Let's see if I can find any other ones. Oh yes, this is another one of our dust drills right here. So that's 4 of the specials. Let me see what the type of color they were. So that's 4. There's still like 3 more that I'm not finding. 1 AB and 2 dust drills that are still in here that I did not see with like the easy access look like this. Oh, that's actually a dust drill right there. So next to the AB, that color right there is a dust drill. And we also have, am I seeing any other ones? Okay, and then there's another one right next to that AB. We have, you can see the little edge of it right there. That's our last dust. I'm not seeing off the top of my head the final AB in here, but that's because it's probably one that's in like a smaller pack and is all like scrunched up. So that is the Cheryl Baker mystery. I'm gonna go ahead and roll it up so it's completely out of the way, and then I will let you guys know if you don't want to see what it looks like or anything like that. It will be like, okay, we are done. All right, so now if you wanted to look and watch the video, you can, because I'm not showing the mystery anymore. So we're gonna take care of this one, put it away. It is always kind of fun seeing what's in these boxes for sure. And it was like, I know I talked about this in previous videos, but I'm so intrigued by like how things shipped for it. And I think this mystery was the one that held up my shipping, I want to say, for my mystery box, because the ones that I was seeing for people that were only just recently starting to get this mystery, because it wasn't one that was like seen in the first few boxes. It took a few boxes before this one was readily seen. So we're gonna put the toolkit there, and then we are gonna try to shove this back in its box, and then we're gonna take a look at the actual the rest of the ones that we've been seeing released, because you know we can. So help if I could get this into its box. There we go. And now I gotta get the toolkit in there too. See, I don't like how the toolkit just squishes the canvas down. I really don't like that. I never have liked that. I have always been one that is like, oh, get that toolkit out of there. All right, so putting this one down, I just put all of the diamond paintings in my chair. So now I have to move the diamond paintings out of my chair so that I can actually take a look at everything. All right, so we're gonna come down and we're gonna take a look at the actual images. So this right here, we're gonna bring this down so we can see. This is one of the new releases that's in here. So we've seen 2 of them. This is 3. This is Boundary Waters by James Meagher. It's a very beautiful image. And then we have, this is Seaside Daisies. It's a Dakota Detweiler. It's not a very clear image that you can see on this one from the photo that I have right here. And then we have a Steve Reed Mystery Kit, Animals, Pets. No clue what that one looks like. I think that's a better picture of the Abraham Hunter, so you can see what the actual image is. So very pretty. I would like it if it was like this. Take the cottage or like the cabin out and just do that, and that I would like. This is the I think it's Boundary Water. Wait, this is another one of them I can't remember the name of. I'll have to look and see. So there's the really grainy photo of the Abraham Hunter. Yeah, the secluded cottage, and then the secret place that I have, and then there's the fantasy mystery kit Fantasy Magic from Yasu, and then Boundary Waters. That's okay. So that's that photo that we were looking at was a better photo of the Boundary Waters one right there. And then there is also, let's see, yeah. So we've got the different, I think we've seen the mysteries then. I'm going to see if I can find an image of all of them on Facebook. All right, so here is a list that somebody had from the VIP group that has the mystery kits. So you have a Mystery Kit 97 Fantasy Magic by Yasu Art Studios, Seaside Daisies by Dakota Detweiler, which we looked at, Mystery Kit 100, which is Animals or Pets by Steve Reed, which we looked, I mean, it's a mystery, you're not going to see it. Boundary Waters by James Meagher, we looked at that one. Secluded Cottage by Abraham Hunter, we saw that one. Secret Place, which I showed you guys, the Cheryl Baker that I showed you guys. And then the last 2 are the Release the Sky by Yuumei and Mystery Kit 101, Nature Animals by Peggy Collins. So those are the kits that we had in here. I hate when they put it in, I like, give me the actual order. So this is Not a very good picture, but that's the Seaside Daisies from Dakota Detweiler. And then we have the Secret Place, which is the one that I showed you guys. And here is Boundary Waters, which we already looked at. And then the Yuumei, there is the Yuumei right there. So she is so beautiful. I love it. She's tall and skinny, but it's Release the Sky. It's so beautiful. I love it. I mean, I love all of Yuumei's work, so that's kind of like a moot point to be said for it. And then the Mysteries, which you're not really going to see anything from the Mysteries, just that it's an artist. But that's 1, 2, 3, 4. I think, and then we already looked at this one. So that's Seaside Daisies, Boundary Waters, Secluded Cottage, Secret Place, Release the Sky, and then 4 mysteries. So those are the contents of the mystery box number 1, in case you were curious about that. So now we are going to call that good for today, and I will see you guys in the next video. Have a great day, everybody. Bye.